What an embarrassment. At St James's Park, relegated Newcastle 5, top 2, almost definitely Tottenham Hotspur 1, right? If that didn't make sense. Newcastle United 5, Tottenham Hotspur 1. What? How the fuck? Now, this is something I wanted to do for like a long time on my channel, which is like review game, like Tottenham Hotspur games. Kind of like True Geordie does with Newcastle, right? Do that for Tottenham Hotspur. And I thought, I'll just start next season, right? Because I didn't want to start like halfway through a season, just start reviewing Tottenham games. So I thought I'll start next season. But this, come on now. I must say, I like Newcastle. Newcastle, they're one of my least hated teams, I guess. Like, Tottenham Hotspur, all, like, love them till I die, fucking all that. But Newcastle, I like them. They're a good side. And when they got relegated, I was a bit like, wow, that's crazy. You never really, I don't know. They're just not a team that should be getting relegated. You look at their players, they should not be getting relegated. Especially after spending 60 mil or whatever the fuck they spent. But now I'm really fucking happy that they're relegated. I'm happy that they're gone. They deserve it, the fucking pricks, for what they did to us. We got murdered. We got absolutely shattered. Now, the start of the game, the first 15 minutes, we were playing alright. We were on the front foot. We looked the better out of the two teams. And then they started getting back into it. They had a couple of attacks. And then, of course, Genie Wijnaldum scored. Now, the goal went down. A cross came in from Townsend, I think. Went straight to Alderweireld's head. He tried to flick it behind him. And it went straight to, Sissoko, who played it to Mitrovic. Mitrovic laid it off to Wijnaldum, and he's literally falling over. And it was a very good finish from Wijnaldum. Nothing. Can't really take that goal away from them. Alderweireld should have dealt with it better, like he has been all season. In my opinion, this is going to be a bit biased, but I'm sure many people agree. Best defender in the league this season, and he's just done that. And so that was all right, I guess. I must say, before I go on, I had a feeling we were going to lose. I just felt it, that we were going to lose. We were going to choke. And, of course, we did. Anyways, moving on. Second goal. Townsend crossing, I think. Mitrovic, very powerful header. Very good header. 18 yards out. Got so much power behind it. Lloris couldn't do much to stop it. Very good header. And so I was a bit, shit, what the fuck. So half-time, we've just been absolutely annihilated by Newcastle. Nothing's really happening. No players look good at all. Then we snatched one back through Lamela, and it was very tight angle, very powerful shot, so much power behind it. The keeper probably should have kept it out. But yeah, and hope we had all the momentum now. Lamela had just scored. We were looking good. We were looking positive. Of course, Pochettino made the two subs at halftime, bringing Carroll and Joshua Onoma on at halftime, and they definitely sparked in the team. We looked more lively with them on the pitch, so things were looking good. Momentum was going our way. We were 1-0, 2-1 down. Jesus Christ. Look, my brain's just not working. We were 2-1 down, and things were looking good. I was like, all right, well, if anything, we're going to draw at least. That was where my mind was at this point in time. We'd gotten the goal back. We were looking good. We're going to draw. And then Mitrovic, very poor challenge on Walker. It was very high, almost at his knee, in fact. And he got sent off. So all of a sudden, my head's like, it's a win. We have to win now. It's just, that's what's got to happen. We're playing a relegated side. We are second on the table. We need this win. Keeping in mind that we only needed to draw to stay above Arsenal to stay second, right? If we lost and Arsenal won, fucking we're third, right? We're third behind Arsenal as fucking usual. But we're looking good, right? 2-1 down. 10 men. We're playing against 10 men, and things are looking all right. At this point, Arsenal are winning 2 or 3-0. Olivier Giroud got a hat-trick. And then we sub off Kyle Walker, right? And I'm guessing he was injured, okay? So that's why we subbed him off. I don't think we would have just taken him off for no reason, unless Roy Hodgson was like, hey, he said to Pochettino, please keep him fucking his fitness levels up for the Euros. You know, we need him for the Euros, so please make sure he's all right. So maybe Poch was thinking, oh yeah, you know, blah blah blah. Well, Hodgson wants him off. I'll take him off, but we took him off for Nasser Chadli. So we took a defender off for an attacker. So now we only had 3 at the back, and they were Alderweireld, Jan Vertonghen, and Ben Davies. Keeping in mind, Ben Davies hasn't played a game in months, and Danny Rose has been the far better man at the left-back position. So Ben Davies hasn't really played. He hasn't really had a great game. And Kyle Walker's been subbed off. Kyle Walker hadn't actually had a good game at all. Like, he put in like 4 crosses, and all of them went way over. They were just poor crosses. So we took Walker off, and so we had 3 at the back, and they get 1 break down the wing with Musa Sissoko, Eriksson, and I think Alderweireld were back. Sissoko gets into the box. Eriksson sticks out a leg, doesn't touch him at all, nowhere near touches him, and Sissoko dives, right? So that's a yellow card for Sissoko, just flopping, trying to get a penalty. And the ref calls a fucking penalty. And Eriksson's foot was maybe like 30 centimetres away from Sissoko. Didn't really get near him at all. Sissoko flops, of course. They win the penalty. Gino Wijnaldum scores, and it's 3-1. All of a sudden, I'm like, shit, okay. We've just taken a defender off for an attacker. So we've got 3 men in defence, 2 in midfield, and then we've got, 5 attackers right now. And only one of them is a striker. What the fuck's going on? So we're literally playing a 3-2-4-1. What? We're 3-1 down against 10 men. Come on now. Come on now. And then I believe they got a corner. They did it short to Townsend. Townsend took a ping. It was a very nice shot, Andros Townsend. He took a ping, hit the post. Sissoko, I think, whips it back to the back post. And there's Alderweireld, Vertonghen, and Dyer there, I think. All of them just stand still and let the ball go across the goals. Rolando Aarons is the only one to react in the box. Of course, he's a Newcastle player. Smashes it past Lloris. My phone's going off. Shut up, phone. So Rolando Aarons made it 4-1. At this point, I'm like, fuck my life. I'm not dealing with this. I was super pissed off when the 4th goal went in. And then, like, literally from kickoff, they did another counter-attack. Janmaat got sent through by Rolando Aarons, who made a good interception to make the play, but Janmaat finished in the bottom left-hand corner, and we got fucking murdered 5-1, basically. We got absolutely destroyed. No one played well at all. Not one player. Kane hardly touched the ball. Eriksson didn't do shit. Lamella scored a goal, and that was about it. First half, he just couldn't do anything. Who else played? Son didn't do anything. Mason is fucking shit. Tom Carroll, he did all right, I guess, but, you know, he only had a half to play. And I don't like Tom Carroll, right? I don't think he's a good player. I think he's too small, he's too weak. We need to get rid of him. But he played decent compared to everyone else. Eric Dyer didn't really do much. Toby Alderweireld played... He's only had 1 bad game this season, and of course it was against Newcastle in the final game. That was his only bad game the whole season. Every other game, I'd say he's had a good game. Good game. Not this time. Ben Davies was shit. Kyle Walker was terrible. Couldn't fucking cross a ball at all. I think I've covered everyone there. But, oh my god. We couldn't do any... And Chadli, he came on. Did he even get a touch? He probably made like 1 pass, I reckon. And we got murdered. Sissoko played so well for them. Mitrovic played well as the target man, before getting sent off. Is it Barlow, the keeper? He played pretty well. He didn't have to make too many saves because we only got like 5 shots on target from 17 fucking shots in total, or something ridiculous like that. 5 on target. And it was awful. Bloody awful. And Rolando Aarons, when he came on, played brilliantly. Basically, Townsend and Sissoko destroyed us. Like, that's the story of the game. We got absolutely murdered. We got The thing was, right, when we got the ball, Newcastle was so alive and so, we need to get the ball back. And they closed us down just like that. We had no time on the ball. But then when Newcastle had the ball, we weren't really phased about closing them down. We had like 62% possession or some shit like that, or 69. It was ridiculous, right? We had an overwhelming amount of possession and couldn't do shit with it, right? We were passing around the back. As soon as we started to go forward with the ball, Newcastle just closed us down and we had to go back. We were playing really slow, not creative shit. We couldn't service Harry Kane. Nothing was going for us. We weren't lively at all. You know, when we lost the ball, we didn't look like we wanted to get it back. We weren't really fussed. We're like, oh, we've lost it. Oh, well. And basically, in the end of the day, I think Pochettino did well at half-time to make those 2 subs. You know, he saw we weren't working as a team, and he changed them, and it definitely worked. But after taking Walker off, that was the mistake, taking Walker off for Chadley. If it's an injury, there's nothing you can really do about that. But I would have definitely preferred taking off like Ben Davies or even... No, you know what? I don't even know. I don't even know what the fuck I would have done. But taking Walker off was the mistake. That's what really got us. And we couldn't do shit. We couldn't do shit. It was awful. And the worst thing was waking up. I woke up and my alarm went off, and I started school this morning at 10, I think. And my alarm went off at 8:30, and I said, no, fuck that. Turned it off. And I ended up waking up at 9:30, and I was like, shit. So I knew I was going to be late to school. I got ready, you know. By the time I got ready and managed to find transportation to school, it was 11:30ish or something like that. So I was very late, and I had maths at the time, and I walked into maths, and my maths teacher was like, hey, why are you late? And I was like, oh, well, do you follow the Premier League? And he said, yes, I'm a Newcastle supporter. And I was like, oh my fucking God, kill me now. So I was like, oh, well, you know, I'm a Spurs supporter. And he's like, you know what, I don't mind that you're late, that's fine, I feel bad for you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you legend. But I just got shat on by my mates, by everyone at school. Everyone was like, look, because everyone knows I'm a Tottenham supporter, right? Because I'm proud to be a Tottenham supporter. Not in moments like these, but I'm proud to be a Tottenham supporter. And I got bullied, basically. I got bullied. Obviously I'm fine with it. Like, it's all banter, right? I'm not actually offended. Well, it's hard to explain, but like I woke up and I got a text from one of my Arsenal mates, and he said, "You're fucking shit." And I'm like, okay, way to start the day, you know. I woke up and I was like, okay, it wasn't a nightmare. That actually happened. So I endured a day of bullying. Even my mates that don't follow soccer were making fun of Tottenham. Like, that's how bad it was. And I had guys that I'm not even friends with, right? Deliberately waving with 5 fingers at me, like, hey, and asking for high fives, you know, really emphasizing on the 5. The fact that we finished behind Arsenal as well, like, how? I'm going to do a season review of Tottenham, right? That will be a video later. I don't know when. Probably once I'm not pissed off anymore, so then I can actually look back and go, hey, this is actually a good season. But look, this Newcastle game was fucking shit. And look, this video has probably been shit because I don't even know what to say. I'm like speechless because it was last night, and it hasn't been 24 hours yet. But I'm still like, really, that happened. So we ended up finishing 3rd, but I'll go into all that in the season review I do for Tottenham Hotspur. But yes, everyone else can laugh it off. We lost 5-1 to relegated side Newcastle United. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to give a dislike, comment, whatever you want to comment down below. And look, I know I'm usually very energetic on this channel and stuff like that. Especially my rants, I'm very into it, but I just can't, not like this, not like this. So, like, I'm genuinely pissed off, I'm genuinely sad, upset, fucked off, right? So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.